Hello, music listeners, underground enthusiasts, and people who listened to a band before they were cool. I promise you're the real fan. My microphone is kind of blocking it, but it's like perfectly blocking it from this angle. But I am wearing my own merch because it's comfortable, it's affordable. Nah, I'm just kidding. I've had that merch store up for years. I never really have any expectation of people buying it. I like having stuff that I've made. We're back with another weekly track roundup. Some songs have come out this week. Some of them I even listened to, which is pretty cool. And out of the ones that I did listen to, I've got a few that I'm going to talk about. Pretty crazy concept, I know. I'm kind of a trailblazer in terms of the online music community. Feel free to clap. Feel free to applaud, feel free to compliment, don't worry, I will accept it graciously and humbly. But anyways, to start things off, we have a new Between the Veins and I track with Swept Away, which has a super dark atmosphere with this almost dampened guitar loop reverberating in the background to create a super spacey and atmospheric sound. And then, Between the Veins and I comes in with these kind of tired and droning vocals, but then some pretty harmony sprinkled in throughout, sitting nicely behind and creating a nice contrast between a lot of the more passionately delivered parts of the song. And the imagery in the lyrics is vivid, and it gives the song a great space with, descriptions of ice and mud and these natural descriptions and sort of desolate environments that are being described here. And it all around makes a really compelling and emotional song with some great lyrics and some pretty nice production to back it all up. And on this week's contestant for Can Mel pronounce their name correctly, we have Bhertuy. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking by it. I'm fairly confident, about 50% confident. I'm going to go with Bhertuy. But we have Bystander. And this track is labeled as alt-rock, but using that as its only stylistic description would almost be a disservice to the beautiful sonics and sounds of this track. Starting off, the production is clean and airy, and the guitar flows over the steady and bouncy drums with a lot of really wonderful kind of stylistic and mixing quirks thrown in to embellish on the sound and kind of push it past the foundational components. The ambience and atmosphere of the track is almost hushed in a way, with lots of sounds sitting in this soft, airy middle range, and the vocals here are delivered beautifully, showcasing some pretty decent range with a mix of technical precision and personality and character. The mix on this ties everything together, and the distorted guitar to wrap things up at the end is a really nice contrast to an otherwise ethereal and mellow track. Overall, this is just a really, really great track with a lot of things going on at once that work together really well. And then we have Blameworthy by nevermadeithome with xobroken and jolst here assisting and helping out. And this is, in many ways, a good example of the evolution and progression of emo rap, taking bits of influence from the trademark despaired self-reflection that many emo tracks exhibit, and mixing it with a brighter production and maybe some more upfront trap percussion and influences. Both nevermadeithome and xobroken deliver compelling vocal performances here, with nevermadeithome taking on a poppy hip-hop approach and xobroken delivering this low-toned and wide melodic delivery, both providing contrasting energies that flow together really well. The lyrics are generally reflective of past relationships, but somewhat confident writing bleeds through once or twice, which is why I think this song mixes emo with maybe a more current day rap or hip hop sound. And also the lightsaber sounding effect close to the end of the track there. It's pretty cool. Up next, we got Brody with Backstage, with a little bit of production help from Taylor Morgan here. I feel like 60% of the songs that I talk about on these weekly track lists are produced by Taylor Morgan. I'm not complaining, I just find it interesting. But the Brody and Taylor Morgan production here places soft and spacey melodies under some pretty intense and choppy production and percussion, and the mix blends Brody's emotional and clean vocals into the space of the beat, matching the tone so well that his voice kind of seamlessly flows with the keys and the melodies of the beat. The chorus is overall catchy and heartfelt, and the verse in the middle kind of takes a bit more of a melodic, softer tone in comparison to the sort of half-shouted lyrics of the hook. Overall, you take relatable lyrics, you take engaging vocal delivery and impressive production, and you have this song. And then we have AkiraDoves with Lesson Learned. And the vocals on this definitely take the front seat of this track, where Lil Biscuit's instrumental kind of acts as the vehicle to carry AkiraDoves' powerful vocals, and the melodies in the production are ambient and fill the space really nicely, and the drums kind of keep things consistent and steady and kind of ground a lot of the more ambient elements of the production. And the vocals on this are super clean. I love all of the background mix choices that kind of build the atmosphere of the track. Some background vocals on this song have this crazy deep reverb, so much that it's like shaking in the back of the mix. But it's such a great way to create this large and spacey environment within the environment of the track. And I really appreciate the change in delivery to cut the tone a little bit. It's enough to keep the song engaging and interesting, but it also makes sense in the context of the track. It's not switching things up just for the sake of. Overall, the vocals on this are great, and the lyrics push it forward with a lot of the sentiment that we commonly see in the genre, written in a pretty compelling way. Honestly, I love the mix on this. The main vocals aren't like doing anything super new. It's just solid, clean mixing. But I can't get over this heavy reverb. It's so hard to pull off, that much space in a vocal take. But AkiraDoves does it with ease. And then we have No by 222, and this song is just super fun, and 222's control over the rap delivery and the melodies flow really well. The plucky strings in the production bring a catchy and fun energy and vibe to the track. I absolutely love them, and in the past, 222 has shown off some rap, mixing it into the styles of emo and indie rock, but this feels more like a nosedive into the genre, with multiple flows, cadences, and inflections. The real commitment to this sound is shown, and the payoff is entirely worth it. The chorus is brash and in your face, and the first verse is a bit of a flexing of flows and lyrics, just solid, standard, straightforward rap. But then I also really appreciate that later in the song, 222 gets a little quirky with the delivery, shouting lines in an almost caricatured way. This song is 100% a song that you can start over the second it's done, and there's so many different elements. It's like 222 had all of these ideas for deliveries and cadences that everything was just rolled up into one track, and it works really well. We got a new Bedhead song with Would It All Go Back. This is a pop and trancy dance track in a way, which has the unique characteristic and stylistic decision of having the entire song sound like you are hearing it being played from the room or even house next to you. And it works. The production from bass to melodies are low and almost muffled, and it's a wild choice, and it pays off so well. It works ridiculously well, and because of these decisions, the bright auto-tuned vocals are they're skyrocketed to the front of the mix, creating a pretty harsh contrast between the vocals and the beat. And there's some dreamy and digital aspect of this track that I think is so endearing. It's genuinely really pretty. But yeah, bold move with the production and the vocals here, but oh my gosh, it works. It's fantastic. We have a Stovault song now with Complacent. Stovault's, I would say, unending dedication to the sound of full band emo and punk rock works fantastic on this, creating a catchy and compelling sad banger. The instrumentation on this song is great, and the guitars are crunchy and thick when they need to be, and then also tense and kind of plucky or airy at other times, and I can't stress how great the instrumental is for this. It's such like an amazing homage to a specific era of rock. And then the vocals and lyrics on this are powerful and genuine, and I think this is really Stovault in his element. The chorus has this raw power to it, where it's catchy without sacrificing emotional depth, and the verses are authentically poignant. If you want to take your genre and turn it into something that is DIY full band, nothing that sounds, at the least, digitized or synthetic, this certainly is not a poor example of a successful take on that idea and concept. And to close things out, we have kennedyxoxo with Good Morning Los Angeles with Jomie. First off, I love the vocal mix on this track. The synthesized autotune sound is perfectly balanced to give it a stylistic flair while maintaining the positive organic qualities of the vocal delivery, and the chorus on this track bangs. Like, it goes hard. And underneath this observation of undesirable surroundings and uncertainty, it's almost comforting and warm in a way at the same time. The song doesn't go full force into its cynical view of the self and self-reflection in one's surroundings, but it's more so the recognition of the decisions that can be made to begin progress despite what has happened so far up to this point. It is a beautiful track, genuinely gorgeous. Do not let the digitized and processed sound fool you, because this track bleeds an immense amount of humanity. And there you have it. That is the tracks that I wanted to talk about this week. If you listen to some of these tracks, as always, let me know what you think. I want to know, because these are my opinions. See, that's the beauty of music. It's the most subjective thing in the world. Somebody says I like this, somebody says I don't. Well, guess what? Personally, you're both right. Neither of you are wrong, unless you disagree with me. Then you're always wrong. But anyways, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about these tracks in the comments, whether you listened to them, whether you didn't listen to them, whether you don't really care, whether or not you even know who I am, or this video was recommended to you and you say, hey man, this only has like 50 views and this guy's got 200 subscribers, but I only watch YouTubers with millions of subscribers, so maybe I'll give a chance on, I'll take a chance on this. And then you finish the video and you're like, oh damn, that fucking sucked. I'm gonna stick to watching large YouTubers that have consistent quality to them. Comments like that. Catch me next time. Where instead of rounding up the songs that I've listened to the past week, I talk about every song I've ever heard. Bye!